Alrighty. Let's go ahead and get this started again. No need for introduction because you guys already know who this is already, right? I know it has been a couple months since my last episode. A lot has happened. I don't know where to start, but I am back. Don't really want to do too much of an introduction just because this episode is just pretty much me, sitting with you guys and talking to you guys about what has happened the last, let's say, 6 months, half a year. And I hope that you guys enjoy this episode because a lot did happen. A lot of stuff going on my mind and in my life that I want to share with you guys. And so I am happy to be back. I'm happy to start this podcast again. And I hope that you guys will continue to listen. So in the meantime, sit back, relax. So much has been going on. And like I always say, keep listening because you really do not want to miss this episode. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of yours truly. It is I, your one and only host, Druelee, and let's not forget my co-host, Erin as well. And if you guys hear any jingle in the background, that is her. Anyways, dang, it's nice to be back. I know I took a very long break. It was much needed. I will have to get used to this. In the past couple of months, I have been taking care of myself, having fun with my families and friends, and just working and playing. I know that's really bad. What I mean by working and playing is that I picked up a couple hours shift for overtime, and then after work, I go and have fun. And as much as that is fun throughout those months, I do feel like my body is getting to the point where it can't handle that no more. So in order to be in a healthy life or live a healthy life, I have to cut back on one of the other. I don't know which one yet, but I'll figure something out. All in all, yeah, it's nice to be back. It's nice to come here and just sit down and talk to you guys. A lot has happened in the past 6 months. I think the last episode that I posted up was in October. So that was like a month before my birthday. And so what I want to start off with this episode is just pretty much telling you guys an update of my life and what has been going on ever since the 6 months of me taking a break from podcasting. First and foremost, I do want to say is that right after my last episode, I wanted to take a break just because for those who do social media or content creating, it could be either posting videos or editing photos or pushing out music, whatever it is that comes to posting and putting your content out there. It does take a lot of time, a lot of effort, and a lot of personal time and effort in your life to push out this content out there into social media. I did come to a point where I was feeling burnt out. I felt like there was nothing else that I could talk to you guys about. And I'm just going to be honest, I just really don't have anything to talk about. If you guys listened to my last episode, I did mention that I don't want to teach you guys about certain things anymore because honestly, I feel like if you truly do want to learn certain things or if you're curious about something in your life that's going on and you really want to know more information about that or it's just things that would help you to benefit your life, you yourself have to seek that. And as much as I know all the information, I will gladly share it with you guys. But I honestly feel like it does take a toll on me. And I understand that some people don't like these helpful tips and whatnot. And so all of those episodes that I've done, it was to educate you guys or to educate me, whatever, it was helpful. But in the meantime, I want to do something more exciting. And so I don't know where I want Yours Truly podcast to be heading towards. Most likely, I do want to talk more about my personal life, of course, because again, my podcast is kind of like my diary in a way. On top of that, you guys know me, I talk a lot about taboo topics, okay? I talk about miscarriage, I talk about divorce, talk about the Hmong culture, religion, and I will continue to do that. On top of that, do more topics about taboo things that people don't want to talk about. And so if you guys are interested in hearing about these things, I will definitely do my little research and put out episodes for that as well. But in the meantime, specifically for this episode, it's just to update you guys on what has been going on. And so just going back to what I previously mentioned, I just didn't know what to talk to you guys about anymore. I don't really do much in my life, unless something drastically happened. But as I was taking my break, a lot of things has happened. So let's start off with my birthday, okay? October was the last time I posted my episode. The next month, which was my birthday. And you guys know how when you turn a certain age, you have a midlife crisis where you think about your life, you reflect on your life, and you're really sad about yourself turning a year older, right? A lot of people have that kind of feeling when they turn 20, even 30. I didn't have that feeling until I actually turned 36. And just reflecting on what I have gone through and what I have learned. You guys have known me. If you guys have listened from the beginning, I am culturally divorced. Not legally married, but culturally divorced. I've been through this self-love, self-healing journey. And I've learned a lot about myself when it comes to relationships, when it comes to men, religion, what I believe, what I don't believe, just a lot of things. And I also went through a rabbit hole of learning about different religion, deconstructing Christianity, and all of that. I will definitely do a separate episode on it. But just from wanting to learn more about life, wanting to learn more about if there is anything more besides God or Jesus or being a Christian, right? I went through that, and just turning 36, I felt a lot of sadness, a lot of, wanting to have other people see my viewpoint, or just in general, just being able to have other people understand where I'm coming from. And the fact that I've come to my conclusion that not everyone is going to understand where I'm coming from. Not everyone is going to walk the same life as me. And as much as I have exposed myself to learning about different religion, different viewpoints, different opinions about a lot of things in life, some people will not give themselves a chance to open their mind and to search for those things. And as much as I am learning these things, and as much as I am digging the hole deeper and deeper, I am exposing myself to a lot of life things that I haven't really learned in my life until just recently. And it just got me sad. It just got me sad that people don't understand where I'm coming from, where I'm seeing things. And when I do talk to people about what I'm going through, what my views are in certain things, it might sound kind of crazy, but it's not for me. I just learned to just tone it down, and I have to accept that people will not understand, and that's okay. And as much as I want other people, like friends or family, to go on this journey with me, I've already accepted that they will not do that because that's not where they are in part of their life. And I have to accept that. This is pretty much a very lonely road to walk. I've gotten to a point where if I can't bring people that I love with me to this journey, I have to walk alone, and that's okay. Along the way, all I want to do is just find happiness. And that was what I wished for my birthday, was just to be happy. There's so many stuff that's going on in this world. For those who live in Minnesota, me, born and raised in North Minneapolis, Minnesota, a lot has happened in the beginning of the year. And with my birthday passing and then going into the New Year's, and with ICE happening and all that drama and all that stuff happening in Minnesota, it was a lot for me. Even though nobody that I knew close to me was affected by ICE, but still, like, when you see all of that in social media, it does take a toll on you. For me, when I see certain things that are wrong, it really do affect me in a way, because it's wrong. Certain things that people do, when you know from right or wrong, people still do wrong. I just can't deal with that. And so there were just a lot of things that's going on my mind when it came to that. And I don't really want to go too much in details because we all know what's going on already, right? I mean, as of now, currently when I am doing this episode, not much has been happening or has been put out in the social media. And now it's like March, coming towards April now. And so it's been very quiet. But beginning of the year, it was super loud. It was to the point where TikTok had a lot of videos on ICE, a lot of news on Minnesota, 2 people being killed, and it's really unnecessary, right? But these things just affect more just because it's happening in my state that I live in. A lot of stuff has been happening. I mean, this year I wanted to do so much, okay? I wanted to travel. I wanted to, do other things. But how can I do that when a lot of shit is going on in this world, right? And so this year, maybe it's just a sign for me to just sit my ass down and just don't go anywhere and just really refocus on my life and figure out what I want to do besides traveling. I mean, maybe I could plan something like locally or go up north. I don't know. But I don't know. It's just so crazy right now with TSA and the government and politics and all that stuff. It's just like, can't we all just relax and just sit our ass down for a bit, So, yeah, but what I'm trying to say is that all of that happened, and then me having a midlife crisis, and to now, currently, I just want to enjoy life, okay? I don't want no stress. I don't want to be miserable. I just want to live a happy life, okay? That's what I wish for on my 36th birthday, is just to be happy. And with that being said, anything that does not give me happiness, anything that is going to make me feel some type of way that I do not like, I have the power to let that go. And same with you guys too. If there's anything in your life that you do not like, that is making you turn into someone that you're not, you have the power to let that go as well too. Don't keep hanging on something that will not benefit you in any ways. If you listen to my other previous episodes, I don't know which episodes, but just listen to those episodes. I've already told you guys about learning to let go of things that doesn't serve you. And as much as it may hurt, as much as you are addicted to this person or this thing, if you know that it's not giving you, or it's not uplifting you or elevating you in your life, it's okay to let these things go, because the moment you let go of these things, good things will happen to your life. All right? So that's what I want to do for this year, is just to live a happy life, enjoy life. Yeah, and then on top of that, I will do a different episode on this as well too. When I mentioned about going to the rabbit hole, I meant that as I was, at work listening to episodes and podcasts and all that stuff, got me curious about religion and got me curious about God and being a Christian. And for those who have listened from the beginning, I mentioned that I was once a Christian, but not anymore. And I decided to dig into, I don't know, what it means to be a Christian, or why is it that people who claim themselves as Christians go to church, but yet they are living a double life. And it got to a point where I stumbled upon a ton of videos about people who were once Christians and now they are no longer a Christian. And it got them to deconstructing Christianity. And my mind has been blown away about that. I don't want to talk too much about it because I can go so much in depth in an episode. Maybe that can be my next episode. Who knows? But yeah, that's what I've been doing. And I've just been learning a lot about religion, especially specifically Christianity. And a lot of people has been saying a lot of things about that, and I resonate so much on it with them. And I don't know, there's just a lot of things that's happening in my mind when it comes to that. And so I have just been, doing my little research as always, and I know where I stand now, but I'm not going to tell you guys. You guys will have to listen to a later episode on that, okay? I just give you guys a little bit of a glimpse of it before I actually tell you guys in detail about it. But yeah, I most definitely did went to the rabbit hole on that. Yeah, just all in all, I don't know. Life has been well. Ever since taking a break, I just have been doing a lot of, like I mentioned, work and play, right? I'm very fortunate about my job just because it does allow me to do overtime when it's needed. This year, I've gotten a good raise, so I'm very grateful for that. I'm looking forward to financially be where I want to be. And on top of that, now I am just, not that I'm back here doing my episode, I think it's time for me to just tone that down and really, really refocus on me. So most definitely, I want to continue to do this podcast. Yours Truly podcast is like a diary to me, a diary of me speaking my mind out, and for you guys as listeners to pretty much get to know me a little bit and have an idea of what is going on in my head and in my life. On top of that, I also want to incorporate more taboo topics. Now, there's so many taboo topics that I can go through. That would take time as well because you guys know me, I'm a researcher myself. When I'm curious about certain things, I like to research. And this is something that I also want to incorporate in this podcast as well. And the reason why I wanted to do more taboo topics because a lot of the taboo topics people don't want to listen to or they just don't want to hear about at all. And for me, I'm just curious, I'm just curious. There's certain things that I've experienced in my life that I've always wanted to know why things happen the way it does or why certain people think or do certain things. And it's just more of just to understand where they are coming from. In order to know about these taboo topics, I will most definitely will have to do my own research on that. I will definitely go to Reddit as well too to see what people has been talking about when it comes to taboo topics. And so that way it gives me an idea of what to talk about. But in the meantime, yeah, that's where I want my podcast to move forward to. I know I haven't been posting a lot of content on my social media. I don't know how a lot of people do it when it comes to posting, but damn, it just takes a lot of tolling you in your life, And so I will do a better job of doing that. I have noticed a lot of people like me posting about my fashion, my clothing and stuff. And so I think I'm going to gear towards that. Of course, cooking is still going to be there, but I've noticed that my fashion videos tend to do a lot more than my cooking videos. I have some stuff going on that will definitely be included in my post as well. So just continue following me, okay? This episode is going to be really short just because I just wanted to update you guys on what has been going on. And if you guys are curious, yes, I'm still single, okay? Just because I took a break, that does not mean that I got myself a man. No. You guys know where I am when it comes to dating and relationship, okay? But for those who are curious, I'm still single. I am in, what I would say is I'm in an open relationship. I'm open to meeting friends. I'm open to meeting guys or girls. Just open to, having fun. Open to creating friendship. Open to whatever, basically. So I consider myself to be in an open relationship with anyone. It doesn't have to be sexual or anything like that. It could be just being open to getting to know people, basically. So that's my status for those who are wondering, curious, and assuming that I was dating or low-key on a date or dating people or just being in a relationship. No. Just know that if I happen to be in that, I will most definitely let you guys know. So do not worry, okay? But yeah, this is going to be a very short episode. I'm so excited to do episodes on deconstruction Christianity and doing taboo topics because, oh man, this is so much to talk about, so much to talk about. And yeah, this is just gonna be some random episodes, so hopefully you guys enjoy it. And all in all, I am super happy to be back and happy to create more episodes with you guys, posting more videos. And I hope that I don't bore you guys, because if I do, please let me know. Let me know so that I can entertain you guys a lot more, okay? Other than that, I hope you guys are doing well. This is kind of late, but Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Spring is going to be here, which is even great. I'm so done with the winter season. Like, as much as it was pretty and all, but damn, I'm ready for some, like, warm weather so that I can, like, look sexy and, wear some, like, cute clothes, cute heels and all that stuff. So yeah, I'm all about the fashion stuff. But anyways, before I blabber on, yeah, good to be back. And I hope that you guys are enjoying the weather, the season, or whatever it is. Yeah, you guys, I'm so happy to be back. Other than that, I'll see you guys on the next episode. Bye.